There are two types of people that you meet in life. Person one is someone who, whenever something is going wrong, they give up. That person puts all sorts of excuses in their way and limits their potential because they are unable to grow beyond the limiting beliefs that they've set for themselves. They'll blame everyone else, but they won't take responsibility for their actions. Then there's another person in life. They feel as if they're stuck, but they try and find a way to push through it. They back themselves and they have a mindset that allows them to grow beyond any limiting beliefs. They take responsibility for their actions and they look to themselves to see how they can improve. Which type of person are you? Do you feel like the world's leaving you behind, or do setbacks actually fuel your fire? Today I want to uncover growth mindsets and why they have the power to change your life. It's not easy to develop this growth mindset out of nowhere. If you're active on social media, it's very easy to fall into disappointment when your content doesn't go viral. Social media has made it very easy for us to compare ourselves to others and knock ourselves down. You have to remember in life that where you are right now, you're step 1. When you're looking at someone else's profile, they could be on step 25 in their journey. It's actually a combination of consistency, a good mindset, and a little bit of luck. You have to be in the right place at the right time. Have you ever tried playing a new instrument? Imagine the first time that you played with that instrument. You were pretty out of tune, right? You weren't playing anything in sync. But then, after a few lessons and playing the instrument over and over again, you start to develop some rhythm. You start to play some of your favorite pieces. When I was younger, I took a few guitar lessons. After about 3 or 4, I was able to play the basic chords for the James Bond theme. The main thing here is that after you've tried something the first few times and you are interested in it, it's more important for you to keep on persisting with it. This is applicable to many areas of life. The first time that you do something, it's never going to be good. For example, it used to take me 3 to 4 hours to edit a single video. Now, I'm able to condense that by half the time. There are still so many areas that I can work on to improve. However, in that short span of a few videos, I've gone from being a complete novice to having some more control and enjoyment over it. An important warning here that applying a growth mindset does not mean instant success. You have to couple that with patience and consistency. Otherwise, you're fooling yourself. If you've ever had a piece of Hershey's chocolate, do you know that the founder behind that, Milton Hershey, actually closed down his businesses twice and had to rely on family and bank loans for almost 5 years until he got his big break? That struggle is the important factor behind that success most of the time. And to quote J. Cole, there is beauty in the struggle indeed. So now, to take this forward in your life, here are a few actionable strategies for you to try out. Number 1, I want to challenge you to find the silver lining in a bad situation. If you've had a bad presentation at work or a poor performance in a match, note down your learnings, improve on your weaknesses, and come back stronger the next time. This takes quite a bit of getting used to at first because, especially if you've been a little bit more negative, it's a bit hard to find the positives in a bad situation. Highlight some negative self-talk phrases that you say to yourself. For example, "Oh, I'm so bad at sports. I'll never be a good athlete." What I want you to do here is then draw an arrow next to that statement and write a positively reframed one. So it's all about replacing that negative self-talk with these positive statements. The amount of internal chatter that our brain gives us, they just come out of nowhere. And if it floods with negativity, then it's up to you to start replacing those with positive statements. Finally, take steps in choosing your circle wisely. You want to surround yourself with positivity. It's tough. You often have a lot of friends who you've known for a long time, but they may be people who throw negative comments. It's all about having those tough conversations and reframing who you have around you. Now, I want to give a warning. Being positive does not mean ignoring your problems, because that just leads to greater long-term stress. When you approach a difficult situation, you have two choices. You can either stay stuck there and refuse to move, or you can adapt with a growth mindset that allows you to get into a much better place. And challenges, you've got to see them as lessons, not roadblocks. Now I'm curious, what helps you bounce back? What tough moments have you had in your life where you've had to adapt to get beyond that challenge? Do you think that these strategies will help you out? And which ones will you try first? Share them in the comments. And remember, let's continue to evolve every single day, no matter how big or small the step.